Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, let's us give thanks to God because of His blessing we are able to come here today and join in this seminar event. I would like to extend my warmest greetings to our honorable lecturers, Professor Dr. Shafriza MPD, the instructor of the seminar on English language teaching course, who has guided and supported us through this semester in developing our academic presentations and critical thinking. I would also like to welcome our speaker for today, Hilmi, Zaki, Andhika, and Muhamad Nur Firdaus, as well as all participants who have joined these sessions. I am Shifa Nurosoliha, and I will be your moderator for the sessions. Let us begin the seminar with full enthusiasm and an open mind to learn from today's insightful presentations. Without further ado, let's begin the seminar. For the speaker, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Siva. Okay, our title seminar on English language teaching is Challenges of Online Learning in Indonesian English Classrooms, Lesson from the COVID-19 Pandemic. In introduction, the outbreak of COVID-19 has dramatically disrupted various aspects of life globally, including the education sector. In Indonesia, the spread of the virus since early 2020 led to the suspension of face-to-face learning activities and a sudden shift to online learning across all educational levels, according to Lestari and Gunawan in 2020. This transformation, while necessary to curb the transmission of the virus, posed significant challenges for both educators and learners, particularly in English language classrooms. Online learning emerged as an essential alternative, offering flexibility and access to education despite its physical limitation. However, its implementation has not been without obstacle. Students frequently encountered problems such as poor internet connectivity, unequal access to digital tools, and reduced social interaction, all of which adversely affected their engagement and comprehension, according from Mular C in 2020. In Indonesian higher education context, these issues were compounded by limited infrastructure and varying digital literacy among students, according Moyo and Mai Fala in 2022. Formulation of the problem. What are the main challenges faced by students in online English learning during COVID-19 pandemic? And the second is how does limited access technology signal interference affect the understanding of materials in online learning. And the third is, to what extent is online learning effective compared to face-to-face learning in the context of English classes in Indonesia? And the last is, what form of student experience and response online learning can be used as lessons for improving the education system in the future? Purpose of the paper. The first is identify the challenges experienced by students during online English learning during the COVID-19 pandemic. The second is analyzing the impact of technology limitation and signals interference on student focus on and understanding in learning. Third is comparing the effectiveness of online learning with face-to-face learning based on student direct experience. Fourth is provide strategic recommendations for educational institutions to improve the quality of learning, both online and face-to-face in the future. Okay, thank you. I'll give to Hilmi.
Okay, so next is methodology versus research design. This research use a qualitative approach with a descriptive study design. This design was chosen because it is suitable for in-depth exploration of students' subjective experiences related to online English learning during the COVID-19. According to a study, a qualitative approach allows researchers to capture student dynamics and perception contextually, especially in non-ideal learning conditions such as during a pandemic. Second is research population and sample. The population in this research is all students of the English Education Study Program at Sultan Agung Tirtayasa University who experience online and face-to-face learning processes during the COVID-19 pandemic. According to CHUB, students are the group most affected by the shift in the learning system due to the pandemic because they must quickly adapt to the sudden change from conventional learning to online learning. Purposive sampling was used to select the participants based on certain criteria in line with the research needs. Next is data collection. Data collection in this research utilizes a semi-structured interview method, which allows for in-depth exploration of individual experiences in a flexible manner. According to Dawan, this method is suitable for collecting qualitative data relating to perception and challenges in online learning, especially during the pandemic. We developed 9 open-ended questions covering aspects of technical challenges, learning experiences during flexible time, and comparisons between online and face-to-face learning. And the last is data analysis. Data analysis in this research was conducted using a qualitative descriptive approach. After the interview process with 5 students was completed, all data were transcribed completely by the researcher. The transcripts were then read repeatedly to understand the meaning of each answer given. The stages of analysis were carried out through the data reduction, thematic classification, and the preparation of descriptive narrative based on the findings. This process is in line with the approach suggested by Adnan and Anwar, which says that a qualitative approach allows researchers to explore individual experience in depth. Next slide, please. For the result, this research was conducted to directly describe the challenges and experiences of students in learning English online during the COVID-19 pandemic. Data were obtained through interviews with 5-6 semester students of English Education Study Program of Sultan Agung Tirtayasa University, which were then analyzed and formulated into several main points based on the field findings. In terms of views on the long-term impact of online learning, the majority of students consider that this system is quite effective in emergency situations such as pandemic, as it provides flexibility in learning time and place. However, they still believe that face-to-face learning cannot be fully replaced by online learning. They mentioned that interaction, direct understanding of the material, and enthusiasm for learning are higher when dealing directly with lecturer and classmates. And for the discussion, this research was conducted. This research was conducted to directly describe the challenges and experiences of students in learning English online during the COVID-19 pandemic. Data were obtained through interviews with six semester students of English Education Study Program of Sultan UTS University, which were analyzed then and formed into several main points based on the field findings. Uh, Thank you. Back to the moderator.
Okay, thank you very much to Hilmi, Zaki, Andhika, and Muhamad Nur Firdaus for the informative and well-delivered presentations. Now we are moving on to the Q&A session. If any participant would like to ask questions, please feel free to raise your hand or type your questions in the chat box.
May I?
Yes, please.
Uh, what are the main challenges faced by students in online English learning during the COVID-19 pandemic?
Okay, thank you. So during the COVID-19 pandemic, students face several challenges in online English learning. First is limited access to technology. Many students lack access to reliable internet connection, smartphones, laptops, or other necessary devices, making it difficult to join online classes or complete assignments. Second is digital literacy. Some students struggle with using online learning platforms like Google Classroom, Zoom, or Microsoft, especially if they had little prior experience. And the last is lack of interaction and speaking practice. Online classes often reduce opportunities for real-time interaction, group work, and speaking practice, which are crucial for language learning. Thank you.
Okay, thank you to all participants for your thoughtful questions. And of course, thank you once again to Hilmi and Firdaus for the excellent responses. For the next is the conclusions will be read by the presenter. Time is yours.
The COVID-19 pandemic has been a pivotal moment that changed the education system in Indonesia, especially in English language learning in higher education. The sudden shift to online learning poses various barriers such as technological limitation, unstable internet connection, and lack of face-to-face interaction, which impacts students' understanding of the material and motivation to learn. Students are able to adapt well. Direct interaction, which is needed in English learning, is difficult to be replaced by online methods. Therefore, the future learning system needs to be directed toward a more flexible and adaptive model, namely hybrid learning, which combines the advantages of online and face-to-face learning and is supported by infrastructure, digital competence, and careful planning.
And as we come to the end of the sessions, I would like to express our sincere gratitude to Hilmi, Zaki, Andhika, and Muhamad Nur Firdaus for their representations, and to Professor Dr. Safrizal and Bede for his continuous guidance and support as the lecturers of seminar on English language teaching. We hope today's discussions has given us valuable insight and inspirations for our future teachings and learning journey. Thank you for everyone for your active participations. Please forgive me as a moderator for any shortcomings during my time as moderator. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.